Hi YouTube! Yes, it's back. The G2 Limited Black Ink Fine 0.7 millimeter Pilot Premium Gel Roller Pen. Except in this video, we're going to gut it and take out the ink cartridge, and we're going to try to put the ink cartridges from these pens in here. One at a time, of course. Alright, in the previous video we discussed the G2 Limited by itself, and we came to the conclusion that while it is a really beautiful pen and feels really good to write with and very smooth, the mechanism works okay, except I don't like the little flimsy part here after you've already pushed it out. But other than that, it is an excellent pen, with the exception, of course, as I had mentioned in the previous video, that the ink just smears. Let me show you. Can't have that. So I didn't like the fact that the ink is very wet and it takes a while for it to dry, several more seconds. And that certainly would be a problem with those of you who write with your left hand, unless you like to write from right to left. But then dyslexia is a subject that is not covered in this video. Anyway, let me pull this back. There we go. Let's go ahead and gut this puppy.
Yay!
Let's see. Okay, it just screws off like this. That's not complicated. Anything come out? Nope. Alright, so there we go. That's that. And I think we can just pull this puppy out here. And there she is, the old wet one. Alright. Hopefully I can remember to put it back. And I think that's it. Oh, a little springy thing here on the end. So there it is, all taken apart, but I don't think we need to have that off to replace the guts. Alright, now let's try one of these other pens that I have here and see if I can actually put the cartridge in here. I know that it was mentioned in the comments that a couple of these should work, but I just went and grabbed a whole bunch of pens, so let's just see what will and what won't. This one here probably will not, but we'll try it. It's the super fine point, writes really nice, and it gets all the way down to 0.38 millimeter. That is really a fine print. So that would be really cool if that would work. So let's give that a shot and see if it can come out. Alright, so far so good. I'll move that to the side here. I'm going to compare it to the original. It's a lot longer. It might work if I was to cut it. I don't know. Let's find out what our limitations are here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that in there and make sure it will come out. Nope, not too good. Look at that. It just barely sticks its nose out, which is not going to be very healthy. And that would be because the tip is much longer. So we can't use this one. I'll go ahead and put it back. Alright, so you cannot use this Uniball Signo 0.38 millimeter. Let's try another one. How about the Jetstream? Who's it made by? It looks like it's a uni pen. There it goes. Say uni. Uni. Alright. Jetstream. This is another pen that writes really well. And it's fast drying. So let's see if we can use the guts of this pen. Go ahead and unscrew that. Spring and everything wants to shoot out there. Alright, well this one's starting to look a little more hopeful. Looks like it might be a long thing. Let's see if we put it in. Oh sure, plenty of action there. Alright. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put this puppy in here like so. Let's see if we can use this. Well, that worked. Oh, that's nice. This is a very nice pen. And no smear. Okay, so that works. Let me go ahead and take the tension off of that puppy there and pull this back out. So you know that you can use the refills that come from the Uni Jetstream 0.7 millimeter. You can use these in this G2 limited pen. Alright, so that was a positive thing. Now I have this other pen here called the Sarasa, Zebra Sarasa 1.0. That's one of those bold pens. That's a lot of ink there. But we won't bother with that. Yeah, it's a smear puppy. Look at that. Because that's just a lot of ink. I'm just going to go ahead and say that you may not want to use the Sarasa, the Zebra Sarasa 1.0. Oh, you want to know whether it will fit though? Alright, okay. Calm your horses down. Let me just see if it will work. You got to unscrew the tip here. Don't lose the spring. Let's put that in here. Will it G2? No, it won't, because it won't lock. Okay, so enough of that tomfoolery. Let's get rid of it. If I can remember how, put this back together. Okay, so anyway, scratch that one. What's next in the party list? I have this Uniball Signo, and this one's called the Micro 207. It's a fine point, fast drawing, nice pen. Okay, let's break this puppy apart and see if we can use it. Sure looks a lot like the one I just did, the Sarasa, but let's see. Can we use it? We can. Yes. Feels good. Oh, I like this. This is an awesome pen. Gotta compare that to the one that comes with it. I'm wondering if there's play in that point. There's not much, but I get a sense of something here. So pull this out. Put this one back in. And naturally that's more solid. That's the one that came with it. Get that one back in again. It's pretty good. I just get the sense that the point is out a little further than what would be normal, but that's not a problem. So that's pretty good. All right. So another good custom pin is using the Uniball Signo Micro 207. Okay? So that turns out to be a good one to put in there. Then we have the Uniball Signo 207, which is not the micro. And I like that one. That's really good here. Let me compare that with that micro one real quick. Where did I put that? Right there. The micro has a sense of being more of a fine point than the regular one here. At least that's how it feels to me. And I would imagine it's going to fit because the other one fit without a problem. So let's try it out. Make sure. Put it in. Gunner up. We have bolt action. All right. And, oh, I like this. I like this. But it's still, the sensation for me is kind of, it's just that it sticks out a little bit more. At least that's the sense that I'm getting. That's not a problem. It's just I'm not used to that. But it's pretty cool though. Works good. Okay, so we know that you can use the Uniball Signo 207s. They will work. We know that you can use the Jetstream. Okay, so not all the Signos. You can't use this one here, which is the 0.381. It just does not have the, yeah, see, it does not come out enough. Okay, that was the problem with that. So it would be the ones that have this kind of a device here, whatever they want to call them, as opposed to just the ones where you remove a cap. All right. So next, we're going to now do the inner gels. I have a blue inner gel 0.7 and I have a black inner gel 0.5. There you go. Let's try the 0.7 first. For a minute there I thought it wasn't going to work. It wouldn't go in, but with a little bit of persuasion it went in. Okay, that clicks really well, and so this is the 0.7 millimeter blue. It's smooth, it glides, it's nice. Okay, very good pen. So if you want your G2 Limited to have a 0.7, use the inner gel refill 0.7. It doesn't smear like the G2 Limited does. And kind of catches right here. There's a lip, I guess, or something. But it goes in. Nonetheless, it will go in. But yeah, the G2's Limited... Where is my... Oh, there they are. Thought I lost my threads there for a minute. Okay. Obviously, the G2 Limited's body style is much prettier than this plastic Intergel style. So, it does make for a better pin. Now we'll just go for the 0.05. Wow, that's quite the needle point there. And that goes out a lot too. So let's see how that's going to turn out. Hello, Dolly. No smearing. Alright, well that's really nice. The 0.5 is definitely a sharper point, as you can see here. And the 0.7 is just pretty much a standard tip. Put it back in there again. You can definitely see the difference between those two. So it depends on what you like. And as mentioned, that the Intergels refills work really well in the G2 Limited's casing. And now I'm going to have to pick one that I want to keep in there. I really love this 0.7, and it really glides. 0.5 is really nice too, and it will give you a much finer point. But for me, I'm going to go with the 0.7 because I already have enough pins that do fine point. So, well, it looks like I've made a mess of things here. Let me go ahead and put this 0.7 back in, and I'll worry about the rest of those later. But here we go. Well, as was suggested in the comments, the G2 Limited body with an Intergel refill, in this case I'm using the 0.7. This is an awesome pin. And so this is going to be the pin that I'm going to tote around in my shirt pocket. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you like this quick video here. Well, if you call 18 minutes quick. And I'll put this together later. But there you have it. If you want to grab that G2 Limited look and feel, but you want to improve on the ink that comes with this is really not that good compared to the ink you can get from an Intergel refill, 0.7 or 0.5 if you want a really fine point. And you can also, if you like, use the Uniball Signo 207 micro or the regular 207s, and those will work as well. And of course, not last to be mentioned, but it is unfortunately, the Jetstream Uniball 0.7 will also work. So you find the pin you like of those that you happen to like the right, put it inside the G2 Limited case. Not a bad idea. And then after that, you can just buy the refills. You don't have to gut your pins like I just did. Okay, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It's really encouraging to see those. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, little button right there, and leave comments below because I love to hear from you, and you know that I respond. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.